Welcome back, guys. One more installment. No, I don't know what I'm saying. Hi guys, welcome back to Gaby's Kitchen. Today, here we are again in another part of Gaby's Kitchen tour where I'm going to show you what I have in my cabinets. I wanna give you more tips and ideas on how to get organized forever. Are you ready? I need the big guns today. So I don't use this every day, but because I wanna go to the very top, and there is a reason why things are all the way up there, I need this ladder. Shall we? All right. Big one here. Let me go down so I can talk to the camera. So here I have these two shelves is what I use the most. I use my cups, stuff for tea and coffee, little jars if I want to serve milk or something with the tea and the coffee. I decided to keep only like a few cups because, let's face it, I live by myself, and for the past year and a half, I only have like 3 visitors, but I do have more cups and you see them in a minute. But for now, I keep only what I use at bay, and what I don't use daily, I put it somewhere else. Same in here, I have glasses, different sizes. This that I love to drink wine is a yogurt cup, but I love them. Let me go one step up. Up here, I have what it will be like if in an ideal world, if I have a bar, this will be part of my bar, but I don't have a bar. So I have this, sometimes I use this for drinks or for making a juice or serving some tea or flowers. And then I have all my drinking stuff, extra whiskey and different types of alcohol, little jars to, complete your set when you're making your drink, my shakers, my whiskey glasses. How cute are these? These are Jersey City. So that's what's in here. And then on the very top, if I don't fall, there you go. I have, the extra serving dishes that you will use if you have a party. And then this cutie, this is a tea pot that a friend of mine gave me, and it's a peach. It was last year when I was doing all these cooked peaches. I use it for tea or I use it for flowers, but because I don't use it daily, it lives right up here. That's what I put on the top where I don't use daily. I'm gonna go down and then we continue next door. Or maybe we do this. We open. Ta-da! Hold on. I don't wanna break my head. Maybe like this. Okay. Same. This shelf, completely use it almost daily. I have all these glass jars, different sizes. You guys know I'm big on glassification. I also use them for drinks. I drink from these a lot. I keep the lids. One rule I have is like if I start having too many lids and no jar to go with it, they go out. And I maintain that because otherwise they go out of control. So try to keep the same amount. Some of them you can nest up on each other. What else I have? My water bottle. I have 2. I like this one more for hot drinks and the other one for cold drinks. This is called El Pingüino, a penguin obviously. It's a jar. It's typically from serving Argentina when you go to restaurants and you ask for un pingüino de vino. So I use it for flowers. I also use it for wine. I use it for decorations. I love it. It's a treasure of mine. So I'm gonna put it down so I don't break it. And then, if you can see in the back, I have more of my straws for my mates. I have all my mates in here. I think you need to come closer. Can you see it? You won't be able to get there.
I can see it pretty well.
But it's one more shelf.
Okay. No, I got it.
I can go.
Okay.
I can hold it. All right, we're switching, guys. All right, so I'm going at it. I don't want Devin to fall. So here are all my mates. Extra things that I use for flowers, or like this one will be great in the fridge if I have to put more vegetables. Little jars that I use also for flowers, some for candles, although I don't have any candles. If you watch my tasting of olive oil, I end up having all these guys They look pretty. I might save them. Not sure yet. Then in this box, again, I have extra utensils, forks, knives, spoons, serving spoons, that I don't need to have them in my drawer. One, because I don't have room, and two, because it's just only me. I'm gonna bring it down so you guys can see it. Hold on. What is that? In the box. All right. We open, again, these boxes, I think they sell them for shoes. You see, I have nice, pretty serving things. Like, if one day we are back to having people over and I have a big house where I can have actually a dining table, I will have all my set ready to go. And then, last but not least, oh my God, I have more of these blue cups. I have more cups. This was part of a set that it belonged to my mom, but I don't use that many plates, so that's why they live up here. And very top, I use these dividers a lot. I even use one for Pucho to give him his food. And then on the very top, I have serving trays that I treasure because the one on the top was my grandmother's. So that's it. That's what I have in the middle. These ones are usually hard to deal with because if you have one of these things with the air, usually you end up with the wires inside. So you kind of like, you can also put like, don't put food in there because this gets hot, really hot when you turn this thing, you know, the fan on. So ideally put things that won't get bad. And you know, if you can reach it, I'm able to reach this one. Sometimes they're so high that I need like a step stool. Luckily I have two. Plus this guy. Oh wait, dog. Alright, here we go. Pretend this thing happened. Alright. The blue cups. So many blue cups. Bye-bye. Alright. And in the last one, this one I totally use. Often. Well, Pucho's probiotics. Here goes Pucho's bowls, but they're being washed right now. So, like I mentioned before, when the pandemic started and when I started using the kitchen a lot more, like almost 3 times a day, before you know, I work in the test kitchen, so I ate 2 of my meals outside of the house. I realized I have too many plates and then I was always using the same one. So I narrowed it down to the ones I really love and the ones I truly use daily. I save a few of the white ones for pictures because, you know, food definitely looks better on white plates when you're taking photographs. It's better to figure out what color it is. I'm not saying you should only use white plates. Little bowls I use this a lot. Let me move so you guys have more. I can bring it. Come with me. Let's see. I got more bowls. A lot of ramekins. When I moved here, a friend of mine helped me pack. And he made fun of me because I have all these ramekins. But obviously those are used for cheese platters, to put, you know, little like serving sauces, or when I do mise en place, when I'm doing a video. Then I have like dessert size. These were handmade. I think Brad made these ones. He gave them to me. Some like old plates that I like for pictures, you know, kind of like collector. Woo, into my nose, that one. Then I have bowls for serving, like these guys. Over there, some collectibles, some stuff for sauces, some more bowls, some more ceramic things. And that's it. I feel like I don't have a lot, although sometimes I feel like it is a lot, but I keep it to a minimum. I keep it to, you know, 4 plates max, 4 bowls max, and that's about it. All right, so that's it for my shelving. I'm gonna put the ladder again, and then last but not least, do we need to turn the light on? No, can you see it? This, when I move into this kitchen, into this apartment, I didn't move in the kitchen, I moved in the apartment. Nothing was here. This was not here. There was only one sink and I used a hot plate and an oven, and there was no shelving, nothing. So my landlord was so kind enough to put the shelvings. I purchased these tables. This table is mine, this butcher table. I told you guys the story. I belonged to a butcher in Chelsea, in New York, and I have it for years. So this was basically the only table I have. But then I have all this equipment because, I'm a cook. Although, I keep narrowing it down, I needed to have things handy that I use daily, but there was no other space to hide it. So I purchased one of these shelves. These shelves are excellent for when you don't have space in your kitchen. People use them for basements. People use them for garage. They're super easy to put together and to pull apart. I love them, I really do. So this is like my go-to station. Every morning I start over here for obvious reasons. I heat up my water, make my mate, make my toast. The oven, for a while I had it in the bottom here, which was it was handy but very bad for my back. So I finally decided to put it up here. I use this quite a bit. That's why I like to have it in front of me. This is why next to the oven I keep this rubber mat, silicone mat, so I can throw it in there and put hot stuff on top. I have, these were made by my grandma and give it to me when I moved by myself when I was like 20. I really don't use them much. I mean, they're good. You can hold hot stuff. I have them more for, remembering her. And it was made with a dress of mine from when I was little. I use towels to take stuff. But anyway, I start on the top. I have all the baking dishes or baking. Wait, who am I kidding? Again, I put on the top the stuff that I don't use as often, like my salad spinner. I'm trying an experiment to live without a salad spinner, and so far I've been managing, but we'll see for how long. So over here I have all my baking things. I don't use this every day. Also, you might notice that I have an oven, real oven, but I don't use my real oven. And this is a big dark secret that people keep and hide. And someone asked me once, because I swear that I do not use my oven for storage. And here is the proof. This is that one thing I really, really don't understand why people store things in the oven. It's the biggest mistake, because then every time you need to use your oven, you need to empty it. So do not store things in your oven. So anyway, this oven is smaller, so these sheet trays don't fit in here. But I use them to hold things together. So when I bring this down, I bring just the whole sheet pan, and that's it. Oh, there you go. Alright, next shelf. Next shelf, I have more stuff for the oven. Right here, can you see it? Come closer. These are like my universal lid. You guys know I only have 3 lids. This is one. The other 2 are back there. All metal, basically. Nothing glass, nothing that will break, nothing that will fall on your head and then fall on the floor and break. So this is all to use in the oven. This is the one that belongs in here. All my water-sized sheet pan. There is always an alarm going on in a chef's kitchen. So let me go turn that off and we'll continue. I don't even know what it is. Oh, what was I saying when the alarm went off? So blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we were talking about this shelf. What do I keep my salad spinner here because I'm trying to try a point of not to use it. We'll see if I survive without it. Then hanging here, I have to, if I turn this light, it looks horrible.
You can leave it on.
Yeah?
Sure.
Okay. I can go like this and show you what's in the bag. Look, Inspector. I have a honer, the toaster, a mullet, a masher, 2 thermometers. Yes, I'm crazy because one is for oil and one is for sugar or chocolate. Although for chocolate you use a different thermometer that I gave away once because I do know how to temper chocolate. Wink, wink. Mashers, small mashers. You have to come on this side. This one is from Argentina. Oh, we have to show this. Some people might feel like old because this is very old and it's from Argentina. It's potato masher. And then I have a more modern version. Then I have a mandolin. And everything is hanging. A funnel. Can you see? A steamer. I love this one because it has a little hanging thing. Woo, dusty. And yes, things get dusty, but guess what? Before you use and rinse it, and that's it. It's not the end of the world. I don't have anywhere else to put it. All right. And then I was talking about these guys. Quarter sheet pens, many, because I do use them all. For a long time, I didn't have these until a friend of mine found it. So I have all my cutting boards standing up. That's ideal if you can, so they can dry properly. All right, let's go down. Woo! Get rush. Watch out, we put your water. Let me move it. Put your drinks water out of the cup. All right. We talk about this, and here is where I put hot stuff. You know. What else? The oven. I show all this one. All right. Here we go. KitchenAid, obviously. Although, and this is a tip I gave people often when I organize houses. People love to show off and showcase their KitchenAids in their counter. Sort of like, look what I got. I spent all those $300 or $400 or whatever it costs. If you have a huge house with a lot of counter, by all means, leave it on your counter. But if you, like me or many other people, use the KitchenAid like, let's say 5 times a year or less, put it somewhere which is accessible to you, meaning easy to take out, but it's not in front of your face. So that's why my KitchenAid is here, because it's right at a height that I can still pick it out because it's heavy. But it doesn't bother me. It's just right there. I have an extra bowl. I got this glass one because when I do videos, it's good for people to see what's going on inside. Then I have all my glass bowls. They're nested in a particular way. Let me take these so you can see better. Metal bowls, glass bowls, measuring cups, liquid measuring cups, bowls that they go together, little bowls. These actually I use a lot for mise en place, for leftovers. They have a lid, they come with a lid, the lids are over there with the rest of the lids. I use these a lot, that's why they're here. And then in the bottom I have the equipment that I do use often. My Cuisinart food processor. I do have 2 Vitamixes. Yes, don't hate me. I do use both. I use one more for the taller one. I use it more for savory stuff, and the smaller one I use for my smoothies and sauces and, you know, not so pungent, I will say. And I'm very lucky. I purchased one and the other one was given to me. And then my rice maker. I do use the rice maker a lot. That's why the rice maker is here. It's a Hirushi. I love. The measuring cup is in here, so I don't have to go crazy finding it. And the spoon that you use is in the drawer. You guys saw it on the previous video. That's it. All the other equipment that I don't use super often, it's in the pantry, and you guys saw that already. And then, last but not least, the sides. I love hanging things, you guys can tell, right? So, what do we have on one side? On this side, maybe turn this light off. Better?
Sure.
Yeah? Cast iron. The 3 cast iron that I use the most. I used to have more cast iron, but then I parted ways and I kept what I use. This guy I use a lot, and you guys probably noticed. And then I kept the sizes that I can use in this oven. My 2 big pots, my favorite one, which is this mating that is an 8-quart. And the reason why I love it is because it's an 8-quart, but it's still short. And since I'm short, I don't have to like suffer like with the other ones, seeing what's going on inside. So I love this guy. I use this guy a lot. I have medium size, I will say, pot. One. I only have 1 of these. I used to have 3, but I only have 1. And then I have mi comal and another flat thing cast iron, but I'm not gonna call it a comal because it's not. So those are my pots and pans on one side, and then on this side I do have, I am going to say, all right, here you go. And in this side, these four I use on a regular basis a lot. Like, for example, these guys where I make my oatmeal in the morning. So this one it gets used daily. These 3 I use a lot. They're a good brand, they're little. I use a lot for reheating stuff because these guys fit perfectly in my oven. So that's why they're on this side, so they're closer to the sink. And then hanging up here, last but not least, my colander, the shredder, the box shredder that you never know where to put it. You don't want to put it in a drawer because you don't want to put your fingers in there. And these two strainers that I also use a lot. And this guy is for when I wash my Ziploc bags, I hang him from here. What else? Here's my garden. You guys see my garden? My urban garden. There you go. Oops. And I keep a jar here for water, to water my plants. I usually save the water that I don't drink. Oh, and this is the last few pictures I've been taking here of food. We'll see. That's a secret. Alright, thank you so much for watching one more installment of Gaby's Kitchen Tour, where you will learn some tips and I hope you get organized forever. So for now, bye! Oh, I have to open. Sorry, I thought you were going to open. It's like fingerprintless or something. Bullshit. You gotta clean it. For the rubber bands, so things are not asphyxiating. What is this called? Lemons. Do you also, son, did I say son?